good to have you back for more commercial-free CNN student news. I'm Carl Azus, and you're 10 minutes away from being updated on current events. That includes what's happening concerning Ebola. The death toll from this year's outbreak in West Africa is now higher than 1,000. And partly because there's no cure for the often deadly virus, the World Health Organization decided it's ethical to use experimental drugs to try to fight Ebola.
This is an opportunity to right a wrong of history, that it is only relatively recently, in the last decade, that researchers have begun investigating interventions for Ebola. Now is the time to catch up.
This is significant because experimental drugs haven't been tested or approved for use in people. 2 American missionaries with Ebola got treated with one such drug. They appear to be recovering. But a Spanish priest who got the same drug died yesterday morning. If you spent any time on social media or watching live news Monday night, chances are you heard about the death of Robin Williams. The renowned American comedian and Academy Award-winning actor was found dead at his home on Monday morning. It appeared he committed suicide. Mourning and memories welled up around the world for the man who was the voice of Aladdin's genie, of Ramon in Happy Feet, who played Teddy Roosevelt in Night at the Museum. When he wasn't performing on stage or screen, William gave a lot of his time, money, and endorsements to charities. UNICEF, Amnesty International, the USO. You might have seen his commercials for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. It said Williams never charged a fee for his work with them. Williams' media representative said the actor had been battling severe depression recently. He'd been in rehab for drug treatment earlier this year. So we've got this segment called Roll Call. It's a chance to have your school announced on CNN Student News. There's now only one way to submit a request, and you need to be at least 13 years old. Go to cnnstudentnews.com, click where it says Roll Call, and leave a comment at the bottom of our transcript page. We'll pick 3 schools from each day's transcript. You can make one request every day, but spamming will not help you. Please tell us your school name, city, state, and mascot. Good luck.
See if you can ID me. I'm home to more than 2% of the US population. I'm a centuries-old city made up of 5 boroughs. I was once known as New Amsterdam, but I was renamed in 1664 after an English duke. I'm New York City, home to 8.4 million people.
That makes it America's most populous city, and one way officials, police, and businesses can track those people is through surveillance cameras. They have numerous benefits, as you're about to see, and they bring up numerous privacy concerns. Activists ask, what if the technology's abused? What if it's used to inappropriately follow people? One company says it has a way to address that.
Americans spend roughly 37 billion hours a year waiting in lines. At the grocery store, for a hamburger, at their favorite restaurants. Imagine if you didn't have to. That may soon become a reality in New York, where they're embracing new recognition technology that will count every pedestrian in the city.
Every neighborhood in the city walks. We really need to have an understanding of what that activity looks like so that we can serve New Yorkers better.
Over 60% of commuters in New York City travel by foot or public transit. For a city of 8.4 million, that's a lot of people to count.
The Department of Transportation counts pedestrians around the city, and they send a few people. They go twice a year, and they just sit there with umpire pitch counters. It doesn't really give us a view of what it's like day in, day out through different seasons.
A startup called Placemeter is trying to change that by providing a real-time picture of New York's pedestrian traffic using hundreds of existing video feeds around the city.
We layer in computer vision algorithms that actually make it possible to detect and count people.
Using online traffic video feeds, Placemeter currently counts about 10 million people a day. They can even count how many people are inside a building. The city's already using the data, providing pedestrian counts to small business owners in the city's online business atlas. And there's promising potential for data integration with consumer apps.
If our data was, instead of Yelp or Google Maps, you could set up an alert telling you that restaurant you always wanted to try but is always packed. Right now, it's the right time to go.
Today, the company only covers about 25% of the city. To help count the rest, Placemeter is offering to pay residents to stream video from their own windows using an old smartphone.
Today we count different kinds of vehicles and pedestrians. Tomorrow we're going to start detecting and classifying gender, then age. Then we're going to start detecting people with strollers or with bags and things like that.
With detection technology rapidly improving, an obvious concern is whether their systems will be able to track the details of our daily lives.
What we do is turn video feeds into data. Video feeds by nature are a little creepy if somebody looks at them. In our case, a computer looks at them. So whenever one frame gets to our system, we process it, turn it into some data, and then we delete it.
I think there's a lot more things we can do if we have better understanding of the pedestrian activity in the city. When we have to go schedule trash pickup, how many police we need to deploy to a particular area. The better information you have on a place, the better you're going to be able to manage it.
Who's watching CNN Student News today? We find out on the roll call. The Hiram High Hornets are hovering. Easy to see what the buzz is about in Hiram, Georgia. We're also online at Campbell Junior High School with the Cardinals. They're flying high over Winchester, Kentucky. And what about the Warriors? Washington High School in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Thank you all for watching. The U.S. Secretary of Defense is Chuck Hagel. But if you asked U.S. soccer fans who it was over the summer, they would have told you Tim Howard. The American goalkeeping great set the record for most saves ever in a World Cup match. 16 saves. And though Belgium eventually won the game, knocking out the U.S., and though Germany eventually won the 2014 FIFA World Cup, Howard's defense won him worldwide recognition. No surprise to those who knew him in high school.
He is the anchor of Team USA. At age 35, Tim Howard is still at the top of his game. And at his New Jersey high school, no one is surprised.
I remember that. I remember the goalie in him, like, because he could anticipate where the ball was going to be next.
He's watching his eyes the whole time.
Yeah.
Nothing Timmy does surprises me. That's the thing about it. When he's working as hard, you see Timmy Howard doing all things right. You as his teammate or you as his coach say, hey, I got to up my game, and I'm going to try to match what he's doing.
Howard played basketball and soccer at North Brunswick High School. His yearbook quote senior year, "It will take a nation of millions to hold me back." He went on to Major League Soccer, and at 23, he was recruited by one of the best-known sports teams in the world.
When Tim got the call from Manchester United, it was like a win for all of us. That was like, all right, our guy made it, and it was really cool to see.
For Howard, fame also meant responsibility and turned a very personal struggle into advocacy. Faith Rice is the executive director of the New Jersey Center for Tourette's Syndrome.
Tim called us one day and said he wanted to volunteer with the organization.
Howard had been diagnosed with Tourette's as a child. When he joined Manchester United, British tabloids ridiculed the goalie for the disorder. But he told CNN in 2011 it was an obstacle he never let stand in his way.
I may not make it, as a professional footballer, but I don't want the reason to be Tourette's syndrome. And so, it's just something that I live with every day. And for me now, in my life, it's like breathing to me. If I woke up one day and didn't have Tourette's syndrome, it would feel weird.
Howard has done work with children and their families for the New Jersey Center and is lending his name to its brand new Tim Howard Leadership Academy.
It's really important for these kids to have a hero, someone who has dealt with all of the things that they're dealing with and has survived.
And to the kids at North Brunswick High, Howard is a role model too.
In the same hallway that kid's walking in is the same hallway that Tim walked in. That locker may be Tim's locker. So all these kids have a direct connection. They could see what hard work can do. And it's right there on TV every other day.
Every dog may have his day, but not every dog has a day as mayor. Cormorant, Minnesota has elected perhaps the hairiest leader in North America. The town of 12 people picked Duke by a landslide. Now, this isn't just someone's pet project. Duke is credited with helping slow traffic in the town. His owner says when drivers see him, they slow down. Duke didn't always look the part. He spent 5 hours in the beauty parlor because, after all, every mayor can use a little grooming, especially before going snouting about trying to cobble together support as a dyed-in-the-wolf politician. I'm Carl Azus. We hope you'll elect to watch CNN Student News again tomorrow.